Welcome to this Halloween scenario on YouTube. Lachlan the Spook Factor 2612 here. And this Halloween, we are going to be swapping your best player for the other player in the same position for the rival club. Well, it's been... Well... For the interstate clubs, we don't need to spin a wheel to see where they're going to go. But for the Victorian clubs, they have to spin a wheel. And the other wheel will be used for the position. Like, for example, for this scenario, could see Dustin Martin in a Collingwood shirt. Could see Adam Trelaw in a Richmond shirt. This is just an example I'm pointing out. Now for the positions. First swap we're going to be doing is the Crows and Port. We're going to be swapping our key forwards. And that means Tex Walker will be lining up in a Port shirt. And Charlie Dixon will be a Crow. The nightmare has come true for each of... Looks like the Powers nightmare has come true. Charlie Dixon in an Adelaide shirt. Sorry, Crows fans, your nightmare Sorry, Port fans, your nightmare has come true as well. You don't have Charlie anymore, but you've got Tex Walker. Well, that's a nightmare for you, Port fans. Now we do the Victorians. The first Victorian team we're going to be swapping is... It's the Saints. And they're going to do a swap with... Geelong! Whoa! It might be a blockbuster! And the position we're going to be swapping out... Can we swap Ruckman? Oh, come on. I thought we landed on Ruck. And it did. It landed on the Ruck spot. And bad news for the Saints. Well, you don't have Ryan Marshall anymore, but you had to get back. But you got Reece Stanley back. Bad news for your Saints fans. Good news for Cats fans. Or, I was trying to say bad news, but... Well, I think Geelong might be avoiding Freddie Krueger. Because I got Ron Marshall to play in the ruck. He'd be an upgrade for the Cats. And St Kilda have just been struck by Freddie Krueger. As they got Reece Stanley as their ruckman again. Damn. Next swap. Carlton. The Blues are going to be having a swap with... North Melbourne. And a position that Carlton and North are going to be exchanging. Well, the Star Mids. Paddy Cripps becomes a Blue. It becomes a Row. And Ben Cunnington becomes a Blue. That certainly is bad news for the Blues. As I go from Cripps to Cunnington. I mean, Cunnington's a good player, but he's not the same level as Cripps. He's still somewhat elite. Reece Stanley's going to be wearing number 19 for the Saints for this one. While Rowan Marsh will be getting the number 1 jersey for the Cats. Anyway, let's go back to the non-Victorians. And the next one we're going to be doing is the Lions and the Gold Coast Suns. Who will get swapped? The pressure is on for all these players. Well, Gold Coast fans, prepare to say goodbye to Matty Rowell, as Lockie Neal has just been traded to the Gold Coast Suns. That is going to be bad news for the. That will be bad news for the Lions. They lost their star mid. But oh well, at least they got the other star midfielder in the making. Lincoln McCarthy's going to be split up from his best friend Lockie Neal, while Noah Anderson will no longer be playing alongside his BFF, Matty Rowell. Swapping Victorians again. The Bombers! Hello, hang on. Can they be... are we going to think what we think it is? Essendon and Richmond are going to be doing a swap. Well, Essendon, prepare to say goodbye to Darcy Parish. Prepare to say bye-bye to Darcy Parish. And prepare to say hello to Dustin Martin. It'll be an upgrade for the Bombers. As for the Tigers, they lost Dusty, but they got Darcy. We're in number 4 now. Dustin Martin will now be wearing number 3 for the Bombers. As for the Dockers and the Eagles, what position are we going to swap? As long as it's not for that. Could it be a defender? It's your star defender. Fremantle prepare to say goodbye to Joel Hamling, as you're getting swapped for Jeremy McGovern. Joel Hamling will now wear number 20 for the Eagles. Jeremy McGovern will take 21 for the Dockers. Next line of Victorian teams to swap. Hawthorn. Who will facilitate a swap with the Hawkers? It's going to be either Melbourne, Collingwood or the Bulldogs. Who will win? Who will they swap with? I mean, they could swap Ruckman. Will they get English? Will they get God? Or will they get Grundy? And they're going to get Grundy. Welcome to Hawthorn, Brody Grundy. Welcome to Collingwood, Big Boy McAvoy. Upgrade for the Hawks, downgrade for the Magpies. Big Boy McAvoy now wear number 4 for the Pies, while Brody Grundy will wear number 7 for Hawthorn. He'll be the ruckman next to Tom Mitchell now. While the last few swaps, let's see who will get swapped for who. It's the star mid. GWS are about to get Josh Kennedy As for the Swans, they're about to get... Who do I get? Probably Josh Kelly. Welcome to Sydney, Josh Kelly. And welcome to GWS, Josh Kennedy. And Melbourne and the Bulldogs will be the last team to do a swap. Please let it be Ruckman. The Western Bulldogs need an upgrade, and the ruck, given that English is still only a bit raw. Although he's played 4 years, and they're gonna swap Ruckman. Maxi Gord is making his way to the Western Bulldogs. Tim English is on his way to Melbourne. It's a new era for the Days, while the Bulldogs are also going to be in a new era. Max Gord makes his way to Footscray Bulldogs to make the Bulldogs a genuine contender. Who could win it all in this scenario? Will it be the Western Bulldogs? They've got there's a squad they're gonna be made of really soon. Richmond have gone from Dustin Martin to Darcy Parish. Port Adelaide have gone from Charlie Dixon to Taylor Walker. Hawthorn have gone from Ben McAvoy to Brodie Grundy. Let's see what it looks like in the coronavirus shortened season. And the team I'm gonna control is I go with I would probably control the Tigers. You see how they go with Darcy Parish on the team. Coronavirus shortened season, full auto, next. Let's see how the teams go. And we simulate the first game, and they only just win by 38 points against Carlton. Let's see how our boy Darcy did. He's only got 5 touches on his Tigers debut. Poor effort from Mr. Darcy Parish. Anyway, we might just have to sim the quarters to 15-minute quarters. Well, let's see how the teams go. Let's see. Well, the Bombers got off to a pretty good start with Dustin Martin on the team. Adelaide not doing that well with Charlie Dixon to begin with. Carlton are back to where they belong, near the bottom of the ladder. And they now got Charlie Dixon running around. And they lose by 18 points to Collingwood. They have not been the same team since Dustin left. The Tigers, they have not been the same since their star ruckman had departed the club. Since their star ruckman has left. I mean, their star player has left. We haven't had the same Tigers team since, well, the loss of Dusty. They roll Hawthorn in round 3. Anyway, back to the normal voice. St Kilda in round 4. Let's see how the mighty Tigers go with that. Will they continue to do really well with Parish? And they win by 58 points. Round 5, I got Melbourne. And what would be the last game of Victoria for the year? Well, Dustin Martin's currently rolling it right now at the Bombers, but they lose to Carlton. And then they just lose to Collingwood! Oh man, what has happened to him since... He's not doing that well since changed to the Bombers. And Melbourne smashed the Tigers smashed at the G. Man, then when Team English in the ruck, he just got smashed by Nan Curvis in his first game back. And now for the Queensland Hub. It's Queensland Hub time. Simulate, and they win against Sydney. Tigers are still doing really well against North. They lose by 10 points. Dustin Martin was the difference against North, but Darcy certainly ain't. He's not the difference against North. GWS in round 8. They lose by 22 points. Bulldogs the following week. Nope. Max Gore dominated. Dominated the ruck shares for his new club. Anyway, back to 10. We'll go back to 15-minute quarters. Tigers have slipped down to 6th. Let's look at the latter halfway through the season. Oh, my word. I think the Fremantle Dockers have just avoided Freddie Krueger, as Jeremy McGovern is the difference now back for the Dockers. He's pretty much an improvement at Fremantle. Port Adelaide second with Tex Walker. Giants. Well, let's see how the Crows won one game. Well, they're doing alright with Charlie on the team. What's happened to Melbourne? It seems Team English is not the ruckman they needed. That's for Maxi Gawn. He's taking the Bulldogs to the top 8. Lockie Neal's taking the Gold Coast to 7th. Matt Rouse dived it down to 12th. Dived his Lions down to 12th. Swans are 16th for Josh Kelly. Anyway, back to round 10. Yep, they got smashed. 74 points against Brisbane. Port Adelaide's next. And they managed to win this one. Round 12 of the coronavirus shortened season. Gold Coast Suns is the next opponent. And they win by 46 points. Well, grudge match in round 13. Martin and Parrish both face their old clubs. It's Parrish. Parrish gets his revenge. Dustin Martin's been held to just 6 kicks. Well, Darcy just outplayed him in this match. West Coast Eagles in round 14. Eagles win by 6 points. Fremantle's next. They win by Geelong. And they get the L. Last round, they got the 17th place Crows. Let's see who's going to be in the last bottom ladder now. It's Carlton. It's Carlton with Ben Cunnington near the bottom of the ladder, while Cripps has taken North Melbourne up to 4th. Oh man, this season's been pretty weird. The Saints have just missed the finals since they brought back Reece Stanley. Rowan Marshall didn't do enough for the Cats. And it's Richmond who win by 85 points. And they're going to face Collingwood in week 1. Football's back in Melbourne. And the Magpies win this one. And they now have to face Port at the semi-final. I mean, they have to face Port in the semi-final. Season over. And that will just about do it. And it's the Bummers who win the premiership. That will just about do it for this season.